Hi guys, so before this video starts, I do want to post a trigger warning because I'm going to be talking about some very dark subjects, and if you are not comfortable with things like depression, suicidal thoughts, and self-harm, then please do click off of this video and, I don't know, listen to some Barbie girl, I don't know, whatever you enjoy that's positive, I don't know, whatever makes you happy. But if you are not comfortable with some of those very dark subjects, then please do skip this video and watch one of my other videos. For example, my last vlog, which will be in the description down below. Okay, enough advertising, on with the video. What is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for the most part this is going to be unedited. Mainly I don't know if there may be some parts that I cut, some parts that I have to jump because they just take too long to answer, because typical me. But yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Gurkrat. I am 21 years old and I am from sunny England. That was me being sarcastic. So I got quite a few requests for this one, and I was kind of thinking not to do this because, you know, YouTube is a very open platform and it's very easy for words to get misconstrued, and then that turns into a conspiracy and people start getting cancelled. But also I feel like if I do this is, I mean, it just feels like it's gonna be very, like, it will lift a weight off of me. So the reason I want to do this is partially for myself, so that I have a way to remember everything that I have been through, but to remember where I am now, for the future. And also I feel like there may be people who have been through the same things as I have, and maybe this might help lift some weight off of other people's shoulders. And that's what I hope to do with not just this video, but like all of my videos. Like, I always try and be so uplifting, and you know, I think I am. I have no idea. Comedy is subjective, so some of you might love me and think I'm hilarious, some of you might think I'm crass or some of this bull. I don't really care, because I just love putting stuff out on YouTube and being funny. So with that being said, as you can tell, today's going to be a little bit of a more serious video. I got a couple of requests to do this, and it is kind of talking about school and growing up. I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with like what I was like when I was a child. I have no idea why. It was nothing special. I'm not special in any way. I'm just a person. But I mean, you guys wanted to know, so here you go. So what was I like as a kid? Interesting. I personally don't remember that much, because I have blocked out a lot of stuff. I don't know why. All I remember is being energetic, carefree. I would run around. I was always the loudest person in the family, and I remember being just a ball of energy, you know, kind of like what my little brother is like right now. I was like that when I was younger. I remember being absolutely obsessed with Doctor Who. I remember being obsessed with The Simpsons Hit and Run for PlayStation 2, which was a brilliant game. Do not at me. Do not cancel me. It's a good game. So I was quite a weird child. I was very weird, and I just didn't care about all of these problems I had in the world, you know. And then, so that was like a lot of my childhood. And then came year 5. So year 5, I don't know what grade that is in America, because I have American friends. I'm not sure what the school system is like, you know, converting year 5 into like grades over there. But I know year 5, I was about 10, maybe, you know, 10, maybe, yeah, I think it was 10. And that's when things started to go a little bit weird, because from year 5, I noticed people would start distancing themselves from me, and I was always confused. I was always like, why? And don't get me wrong, when I got to primary school, I was a crazy child. I was not an out and out bad kid, but I was very well, let's just say homework wasn't my priority. Let's just say that. So year 5, I noticed people started distancing themselves from me, and I remember people would start snickering at me and start like pointing me out, and it got to the point where people would just start, you know, making fun of me. And at first I was like, okay, why? Obviously I was like 10, so I was like, what is happening? So year 6 happened, and that's when it went really bad, because I went from being teased to being pushed. I used to be kicked, I used to be shoved. I vividly remember being used as a shield, a human shield at some points, because, I mean, look at me, I haven't changed. I was quite overweight. I actually was overweight. And I was not the most athletic. I used to play football for like my class at year 6. We used to go out at break, and we used to go into the field and play football with like a really easily bouncy, like, rubbish football. And thinking about it, I think the main reason I did that was I kind of liked it. It was kind of fun. But also, I think it was, I wanted to fit in, because I always felt like I never fitted in. You know, I always thought there was always something a little bit different. You know, I was never like everyone's first choice when it came to like group tasks and group activities. I'd never be that person. And I also vividly remember going into drama lessons in school, like a part of the curriculum, and just falling in love with it. I absolutely fell in love with performing arts and drama, which, like, always been my passion. Always has been, and even now it still is. So that's something that I've kept with me. But year 6 was when it got really bad. The bullying was horrible. I'd be pushed, kicked. I'd get called like things like fat, and, you know, that I had the lurgies, you know, all the kid stuff. And on multiple times I came home crying. I literally cried my way home. And I used to actively hate going to school. And I also hated my teacher, because the 11-year-old mind, you know. But I think the reason is because I was 100% at fault. I would never do homework. I flunked my classes. Well, not literally flunked as in missed them. I flunked them as in like I would fail horribly at them. When we finally got to the end of year 6, I vividly I remember going up to my teacher and just giving her like the biggest hug, and I don't know why. And I found myself saying to her like, "I'm gonna miss you, miss," you know. And it was crazy. And I walked out for the very last time, and I went to a tree, and I just cried. And literally, I remember that. So then some holidays happened, and all was fine. And then I was very excited to go into secondary school because I went to a like an open day kind of, and I was like, this school is awesome. And then I went to school on the first day, but the first day was decent. First week was okay. And then, like, getting settled in with the people in my tutor group, or my form group, it's weird. I noticed once again that I would be left out, and that I wasn't like everyone else. And it was weird, really weird. And then I started being bullied, because I wasn't like everyone else. Like, everyone else was kind of, you know, athletic and like slim builds and like hanging out with all the girls, you know, and had loads of friends. And I would be like that one loner in school. That was literally me. And then year 7 and year 8, year 9, year 10, I've never been academic. I don't know why. I just wasn't. I don't think it was that I was dumb. It was just, I was dealing with a lot. If you know me very well, you'll know this. But if you don't, then here's some fact. I was actually a young carer also, to my mum. You know, I would just help her with like a load of different things, everyday things that she needed help with. I would do that. And this was from like, maybe from a long time, from like year 3, year 4, maybe before that, all the way through to, you know, even now. Even now I am a carer. So I was dealing with a lot because my mum was constantly ill, and I felt bad, and I always needed to help her. And so things got crazy. And so when I started getting bullied again, year 7, it all started to kind of pile up and pile up and pile up. And progressively from year 7 to like year 9, it got worse. It got from just snickering once again to like verbally, sometimes physically. People make fun of my weight. They make fun of my appearance. Some people even went so far as to mention my family. And it was just so much. From like year 7 onwards, I suffered from depression. And even now I still do, but obviously it's much more rare. So I started developing depression, and progressively, as the bullying got worse and worse from year 7 to like year 9, my depression got worse too. And it's hard. I don't like talking about this. I also would self-harm. I started self-harming probably year 8 or year 9. Just imagine that, like a 13, 14-year-old thinking that the only way they could cope was to self-harm. Like, it was horrible. And my mom started getting more ill, and I'd have to do more for her, and it got worse and worse. I would be failing class after class after class. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason sometimes I would come to class or come to school even were a drama club that we had afterwards. And also I started developing a group of friends from like year 8 onwards. And there's like a very small group of friends, but like we were close knit, like we were like that. In fact, I still talk to two of them actually. And I think one of them definitely knows who they are, because they're still, even to this day, one of my closest friends. We text each other all the time. So back to the story actually. I developed those friends and they would help me. Having a group of people that I knew would have my back and knew that I had theirs was so helpful. Unfortunately, that did not stop the depression. It got worse and worse and worse, and I was self-harming almost every day. And then year 10 happened, and oh Jesus Christ, it was bad. First of all, obviously it was GCSEs, so like the pressure and the stress was already like there, you know, to make sure I succeed. And also the bullying got worse. It got more and more physical, and like the bullies would physically hurt me, they'd verbally hurt me, and it just led to me just like absolutely hating myself. You know, like I used to hate myself for so many days, so many months, years. You know, I used to look at myself and go, you know, this is wrong, that's wrong, you're fat, your skin is too dark, your skin is crusted, your eyebrows are horrible, your hair is what are you wearing, what the hell? You know, I ended up hating myself a lot. And year 10, year 11, it got crazy. I was bullied, I had stress at school, stress at home, and it was not a good feeling. And it all became too much. So I'm trying not to tear up, but you know, it got really bad. Where I had suicidal thoughts, and I was seeing the in-school therapist. I hated everyone around me, and I just always wanted to be on my own. And it just sucked, because I felt like I was alone, and no one should ever have to feel that way, ever. You know, it's a shit feeling, it really is. Like, it's horrible, you know. And yeah, I mean, it was just horrible. And throughout all of this, it obviously, because I was hating myself a lot, I still hadn't found my identity. And in year 11, I found something out about myself that I didn't know. And I, at that time, was like, oh my God. And I can't go into detail because it's a hard situation, but I thought I trusted people in my year, which was stupid of me. So, as usual, I should not have trusted people in my year. It got out around school and I got so much hate for it, and I fell to, I think, the darkest point I've ever felt in my life. I was truly disconnected from everything and everyone. I didn't care about school anymore. I didn't care about anything. I left, having failed most of my GCSEs, and with, in my head, no future. I had nothing. So guys, I'm filming this a little bit later after when I originally recorded. But the reason I wanted to record extra after is because when I went back through the footage of what I recorded earlier, I realized that it was extremely negative. And you know me, I'm not about negativity. You literally cannot see anything else. I should not have worn this white shirt. Damn it. So obviously, these things happened, and yeah, it was not very nice. But I believe in building each other up instead of tearing each other down, which is exactly what bullying is. So I wanted to share this message with you. I want to share this story with you to show you that, these things happen. Obviously, bullying happens. I wanted to share the message that obviously bullying is not okay, but also, you can overcome it. I truly believe in positivity and in paying that positivity forward, in building other people up. And honestly, I'm like a very smiley, very energetic person because I like being that way. I like being energetic. I like being positive, and I like building other people up and making other people feel good about themselves. And I think that came from my experiences with bullying. But I used to let it get to me for so long, and then one day out of nowhere I realized that I didn't actually hate all those people that bullied me. Normally an instinct is to dislike or even hate people for what they've done, but I suddenly lost all of that. Suddenly I didn't hate all of those people who had bullied me in the past, and so from that day on, I started to look at things more positively. And I mean, look at me now. Honestly, I am in such a better place. I have amazing family, amazing friends, I have an amazing job that I love, I'm so happy. And that's the message I want to send, is that, obviously bullying happens and it's really sad, but you can be happy. There is positivity. If you continue to be negative and let the past and all of that, everything that happened affect you, it affects everything in the present, and it will affect you in the future. And being negative is just unhealthy. And so that's the message that I want to send. I want to send the message that, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be depressed, to have depression, to have anxiety, to have mental health issues. That's why I shared my story today, to show people that it's okay to be to have depression. It's okay to accept those negative feelings. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to be able to say, yeah, do you know what? I was bullied. You can get better. It does get better, It sometimes gets worse, but, you will have better days. There are better days ahead of you. You've just got to go through the bad days to get to the good ones. And if you have faith in yourself and faith in your abilities and remain confident in yourself, then not even the sky is the limit. Okay, that's enough rambling. Back to the video again. So to everyone who's watched this far, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. So thank you so much for all the likes, the comments, for the people who have subscribed, thank you. It does mean a lot to me. Yeah. So there you have it. That's my story. I mean, part of me has wanted to share it, but I've always been scared to, because there's a stigma that comes with kind of mental health and depression and having suicidal thoughts. But I feel like if I share my story, there may be people who can resonate with that, and people who need that support can know from me that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to have your flaws. I mean, look at me. I have eczema, and I have it everywhere, and I just look so burnt in places, but I've learned to embrace that, and I had people telling me, that I should go kill myself, but I knew that if I did that, they would win, which is why I didn't. And that I knew I had something missing. And so I fought for it. And I fought for myself. And I fought to get to where I am now. And I fought to find myself again. And that's the message I want to send. Is that, if I can do it, if just a normal random 21-year-old from London can do that, then anyone in the world can do that. Anyone in the world can fight for that, and anyone in the world can be themselves, and it's okay to not be perfect, and that's the message that I want to give. So if I can spread that message, then, nothing else really matters. Whew, that was difficult. God damn. I genuinely did not think I was going to be that. But I mean, it was hard, but look at me now. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm fine. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm loving my life right now, which is brilliant. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was quite a long one. If you liked this video and if you resonated with it at all, then please do give it a thumbs up. Comment ideas as well, because I do like new ideas and whole load of crazy stuff to do, so post that in the comments too, and also hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon if you want to know when I upload my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.